What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 18 of our podcast, 7 Sports. Again, I'm Dave. That is Chris. Getting down to it. Summer's upon us.
What's up, everybody?
It's warm out there.
Summer's
Definitely upon us.
Well, it's been on us.
Yeah.
How was your weekend / week?
It was good. Last week, went out golfing, broke my driver, so I have to get a new driver.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I hit it and the head started jiggling, so I used my dad's driver the rest of the time. So that's a new investment that'll be coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, what are you gonna get?
I don't know. I mean, he had like this tailor-made Sim 2 one.
Oh.
Which is like I think they've made like 2 or 3 more, so it's like $300, but it's just like, damn. I mean, it's an investment.
Well, yeah, it's something that you have to get.
100%. I mean, it's just, if you want to golf, you obviously need a good driver in.
Need a driver. I've done it where you don't have a driver. Not good. Not good.
Doesn't even matter. It's crazy because the nicer drivers nowadays, they're more forgiving. And they just have more, like when you hit them, it's like, wow, that sounded way better than like a kink. They just have more technology. It's crazy.
Well, that's what happens with everything.
Oh, 100%. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like almost like, why not just fork up the money for a newer driver when it's going to last you 5-10 years, hopefully.
Yeah, probably not 10, but maybe 5.
5. Should.
I went golfing when I was in Sioux Falls this last weekend.
Yeah.
95. Not great. I had a lot of triple, and I think I had 3 triple bogeys and 1 quadruple bogey. It was bad.
Like an 8?
Yeah.
Or like a 7 on par?
I had 2 7s on par 4s, and then 2 8s, 1 on a par 4 and 1 on a par 5.
Just because did you lose your drive?
Yes.
So that'll help.
Yeah.
I mean,
the course that I played at, it was pretty nice. It was in good condition. It was very tight on both sides with trees.
That's not your forte.
No.
You're a grip and rip guy.
Yeah, and the way that the course was described was 13 out of the 18 holes had some sort of water.
Yeah. So it was a tough course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and it's hard when you've never even played it, so you're just basing it off of
for sure.
Like the map, and it's like, well, I don't know how far the hole.
Yeah. Well, there was no signs, so we got done with the 9th hole, and I had no idea where to go for the 10th hole. So I was like wandering around. I go up to the clubhouse and I go, "Where's hole 10?" He goes, "Oh, it's over there." I go, "Oh, it would have been nice for signs." He goes, "Well, do you want to ride?" And I go, "How far is it?" Well, it's about 30 feet. It's like, I'm good at this point.
Yeah.
But I had to go up this massive hill over to the...
Wait, so did you walk by yourself?
I walked, and then I got put with 2 guys that
were riding.
They actually drove their own golf cart over to the course. Yeah. But the highlight was there was a 366 par 4, and it was an elevated tee box, and I drove it probably 10 yards from the hole.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Eagle?
No, I parred it. No, sorry, not 10 yards from the hole.
10 yards from the green.
10 yards from the green. Okay. So I chipped it on and then missed.
2-putted it.
Yeah, and then 2-putted.
Okay. I thought I was going to say,
the birdie putt was close, but it didn't go in.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, rolling.
Yep. So that was pretty good. All right, let's get to it. What's your top moment of the week?
Yeah, so my top moment, Novak Djokovic won his 21st career title, won Wimbledon. I don't know how to say the guy he played's last name, like Kyrgios or something.
I think it's Kyrgios.
Kyrgios, yeah. He's the loudmouth guy. I love it, though. I think it's great. But yeah, 21st Grand Slam. I mean, I think it said he was the 7th overall. He's the 7th nationally ranked player right now. Novak is.
What?
Yeah, because he hasn't played in any tournaments. He can't travel. He's not vaccinated. So he's not even going to play in the U.S. Open because he doesn't.
Why did he have a number 1 by his name in the ranking?
Previously was number 1. Currently number 7. I think it was highest rank was number 1.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, and I saw this on Twitter. So, Rafael Nadal was in the quarterfinals. Beat a guy to go to the semifinals.
And then
he pulled out.
Was out, yeah.
So the question on Twitter was, should they or should they not allow the guy that Nadal beat to move to the semifinals?
No.
I agree. There was Twitter controversy about people were like, well, yeah, they should just give that guy the pass. And then I saw a tweet from Andy Roddick former, obviously great tennis player, was just like, that's the stupidest thing you guys.
Yeah,
Once you
he
lose,
lost.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be able
As
to
he said, he
move
was like,
on.
yeah, but well, he's hurt. It's like, yeah, but he beat you when he was hurt, so he's like, you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate.
That's like participation trophies, but that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, but I mean, it gets to then a point where it's like, so, oh, this guy beat me in round 1 of the Wimbledon. Well, then he withdrew next round. Should I move on to next round? No, you got beat. You're out. See you.
Yeah,
Sorry, you're done.
I was watching Kyrgios play one of the earlier matches.
Yeah.
And he goes so fast.
Oh, I love him. Dude, I love him. I think he is fantastic for the sport of tennis.
So fast. It's insane.
I think he's fantastic. He does the between the legs serve sometimes.
Yeah.
People hate him, but like, dude, he's said this, he's come out and said, he's like, dude, I do what I want.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
gotten
he
fined every single.
That's because he yells.
Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He wears like Jordans on the court.
No,
there's like protocol. He wore a red hat. That was a huge
Yeah, for
controversy.
Wimbledon, you have to wear all white.
And he was like, I don't care.
But he like screams F-bombs
Oh yeah, 100%.
on the court.
He stopped the match and was yelling at a lady in the front row and said that, talked to the head judge and was like, that lady is way too drunk. She keeps yelling at me when I'm serving. Kick her out. And they like stopped the match. And he's like, you're not going to do anything about it? Like if you're the head judge of his matches, you're for sure getting yelled at multiple times.
Yeah, you have to be on your game.
Yeah, he's hilarious though. And that's the thing is like, even after the match, Novak like was literally like, yeah, we have a bromance now. Like we're cool.
It's good.
People you either love that or hate that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great for the sport.
Yeah, it's just different than all the other players. So if you're like a fan of what tennis
Old
has
school
been,
tennis,
then
yeah.
you probably don't like it because it's just different.
That's how it kind of
That's
is with
how it
all
always
sports, you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's how
now
it
you get
always
these
is.
loudmouth guys and everyone's like, "Oh, I hate that." It's like, yeah, but dude, that's just how.
That's
Talk
how
that talk.
society
Yeah,
is.
talk to talk.
Yeah.
But what about you?
My top thing that I saw is apparently the Magic are feeling very good about their decision to pick Paolo Banchero first overall because he played in 2 Summer League games and now they already shut him down for the rest of the Summer League. They're like, nope, you're good. We don't want you to play anymore.
How many Summer League games are there? 5?
No, I think there's more. And there's like different
Divisions or something?
there's different like leagues. Like there's a Vegas one and I'm pretty sure there's one somewhere else too. Like not all the teams are in the same place.
Really?
I don't think.
Oh.
No. And then there's like different I want to say there's different like sessions almost.
So it ends on July 17th. So there's probably about 5 games each.
There's still 6 more days, yeah.
Yeah, so probably you play like maximum 7 games.
Yeah.
Which is ambitious. I mean, I get 8. If you know, you know.
Teams are probably
I would say probably, what is this? Probably like game 3 or 4 for most people.
yeah.
Earlier this week, so by Thursday it'll be most. I mean, I could see by game 5 or 6, like you're shutting down your main guys. Like Chet Holmgren probably won't play game 6 or 7.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like this year more than other years, at least that I've noticed,
Yeah.
teams are like sitting out guys in random games.
Yeah, dude, you got to load management. That's what the NBA is. It's
Yeah.
load management.
They're getting him ready for it already.
Yeah, just prepare the guy for load management. When 82 games, he's only going to play 45 of them. But
Nah, he'll play more. As long as he doesn't. It's kind of funny. They keep making memes of when Giannis is playing the Thunder and Chet takes a charge and it's just like
yeah, or
him
Zion, I've
flying
seen the
back.
ones.
Yeah, Zion too.
Well, what was it like his first game? Who was the big boy? Played some big guy down low in the summer league, and he just bodied him a few times. Lofton Jr.
Yeah,
Kenny
from
Lofton Jr.
Memphis.
Yeah, and he just bodied him, and then
Yeah.
it was like when Zion drives lane, or when Giannis drives lane, and then it's the Joker video where he flies back like 50 yards.
I didn't get those videos. It was like, oh, Lofton's going off on Chet. He's too small or something. And it was like it was literally like 4 or 6 points in the first
I
quarter.
think it was 2 buckets. I think it was the first 2 possessions.
Yeah.
And I don't think he scored it.
Yeah, and he scored like maybe 7-8 points the whole game. It was like
100%.
you can't say that he's dominating when it's literally 2 baskets at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I thought that was ridiculous. But anyways, all right, let's hit the Minnesota Minute here, and then we'll keep on rolling.
Yeah, so Minnesota Twins win 1-2 against the Rangers. They play the Milwaukee Brewers this week, and then have the Chicago White Sox coming up. The Loons beat Vancouver. They're on kind of a heater. They play Sporting KC Wednesday. The Wind Chill unfortunately lost, so now they're 7-2. They lost to Madison. They play Chicago at home, Seafoam Stadium this Saturday. The NHL draft was recent. The Wild had 2 first-round picks. First one was Liam Ogren. I probably butchered that. He's a Swedish guy. Picked him at 19, and then they picked Daniela Yurov from Russia at 24.
Yeah, they like the Russian guys.
They like that's hockey. I mean, there's not a lot of American guys. I mean,
I would say
there's quite a few, but I will say when you look up and down the NHL draft, there was a lot of guys from.
There's a lot of guys from the
Canada,
the USA development team.
Yeah, that's what you have to play essentially to get to the NHL. You'd think.
Yeah.
But then the Minnesota Lynx did not have a game, which is probably better for them. There was the All-Star game.
The All-Star game.
Yep. So they play Mercury on Tuesday.
And Sylvia Foles dunked it in the All-Star game.
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting. That was her last. I think it's her last year.
It's her last year.
Yeah. So.
And they've actually been playing way better, because
the Lynx.
Yeah. She was out for a while, Foles, and now she's back.
She's a big presence in that.
They've been playing a lot better.
Yeah. So maybe they'll turn it around. Second half, step up.
Yeah, it's about time. Well, Dave last week in the picks was how the Lynx started, so hopefully you can make a turnaround like them. Overall, he was 6-15 on his picks, so that might be,
Fade Dave came into effect again.
That might be. I don't know what the worst week is, but that's got to be in contention.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be close.
But so MLB was 5-9, soccer 0-2, WNBA 1-2, and NBA 0-2. NBA Summer League 0-2.
Yeah.
So
Summer League is just
not great.
Stay away from that.
Moving on to my picks, I was 12-9 overall, so a little bit better. MLB was 6-8, soccer was 1-0, and the big money maker NBA Summer League 5-1.
Yeah, you're hitting your stride with the NBA. That could be the one.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Dave this earlier. My strategy was I looked at the teams that were projected to win Summer League, who had the best odds to win Summer League, and then especially at the beginning of the Summer League games, most of the teams were like -1.5, +1.5, -2.5 type of thing. And so I was targeting the teams that had the best shot to win Summer League in their first games. Or it was either that or the teams that had the biggest spread between the team that they were playing and where they were projected to finish Summer League.
Yeah.
So like if the Pacers were projected to finish 5th and they were playing a team that was projected to finish like 14th, then that's what I was going with if the spread was lower.
Yeah. I think it's hard because like we said, the first few games of the Summer League are great, but it's like at this point now, I mean, they don't tell you that Paolo's out till the day before or the morning of.
Yeah, morning of.
So it's like, hey, I'm going to pick this game should be close.
Yeah.
But
Not
he's
anymore.
out, and then I mean, it's nice to know that he's out for the rest of the time. So it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
it's not like hey, he's just sitting out this one game.
Right.
So, I mean, the Summer League that's good because the NBA is coming full effect, MLB is in full effect. So yeah, it's good.
And this week we, in theory, should both hit 200 overall wins.
Yeah.
I definitely closed the gap on you overall. I think it was close to 15, and now it's at 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gained 6 games.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the beer and seltzer here.
All right.
What did you bring?
We got a fancy one. We got a special. We got the Bud Light Seltzer, but it's the Blazing Blue Raspberry. It came in a pack with 2 other kinds. It's their summer special. So blue raspberry. Not
Special
sure how it'll
edition.
be. Yeah, it's like special editions for the summer. Kind of a cool can. It's like their. I think it
It's
was called-
tie-dye.
Yeah, it's like the tie-dye version. All 3 of the cans have it. So
Give the people a look.
yeah, it's a pretty cool
Nice
can.
and close.
Yeah. You can almost touch it. Yeah, so check it out.
Are you a blue raspberry fan?
Yeah. The only really blue raspberry stuff. Oh, ho ho! Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's very.
It's
blue.
blue.
It looks like the Glacier Freeze Gatorade.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, blue raz. I don't really. I mean, the only thing that I actually like blue raz and stuff like that is like Jolly Ranchers and stuff. I don't know what else blue raz. I mean, because it's not like blue raz.
Slushies.
Slushies are good. Those are good. I haven't had a slushie in Minute though, so
I would say the Blue Raspberry Jolly Ranchers. Those are good.
that's what I'm saying. That's what, yeah.
Oh,
that's
is that what she said?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I said the only thing Blue Raz. I mean pre-workout, but we don't need to talk about that.
What else?
Blue Raz. That's what I'm saying. There's not like Blue Raz stuff.
Raspberry.
So we'll see.
All right. The beer that we're going with is from Anderson Valley Brewing Company, which is in Boonville, California.
What?
Yep.
Boonville.
Boonville. Yep. Boonville. It's a blood orange Gose orange ale. So
What's a Gose? You know, I don't know.
Trying it out.
Yeah.
it's a blood orange.
So do you think it's gonna be light or dark?
It's gonna be light. It's gonna be an orange color. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be darker.
Oh, that's way lighter than I was expecting.
Lighter than you were expecting? That's
Yeah.
pretty light.
I was expecting like a very distinct orange color. But this is like a light tangerine color. So, not bad. This is what the can looks like. It looks like it's it's kind of interesting. On the can, it has bears with moose antlers on them.
It says that a Gose beer is also referred to as an unfiltered wheat beer because it's made of only 50 to 60% malted wheat.
There we go. Look at this can. Bears
It's got a bear with
antlers. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that is different. But give it a go. I mean, got a lot of colors on the table.
Yeah.
Usually don't have that. Usually it's clear and oh yeah. That's not bad. I don't know what Blue Raz tastes like, but it's not bad. It's got some flavor to it.
I think it tastes like a Gatorade Zero.
Yeah, with a little more carbonation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a Gatorade Zero with a little carbonation.
Carbonation, yeah.
Mhm.
So it almost tastes like the Blue Mountain Dews. Probably haven't had those. Have you ever had a Blue Mountain Dew? Not the Baja Blast, but like the Blue Mountain Dews.
No.
Oh,
I don't remember a Blue Mountain Dew.
Yeah, they're out now.
I just remember the gaming ones.
The orange ones, the LimeWire and stuff.
LimeWire, Code Red, and
There's
then
a
there's
white
like a
one.
purple one and
There's a white one too.
teal one.
Yeah, they have a blue one out for sure now. But I think I'm gonna throw this out there. I think it has pretty good flavor.
I think it's decent. Oh, I should write down.
You can write your score down. I'll get my score once you write yours down.
I think I lost my pen, but that's okay.
Might have fell through the couch.
Might have. Alright, you can give yours.
Alright, so I'm giving it a 7-8. I think it's one of my favorite. It's one of, obviously, the first week. We're going to throw this out there as a disclaimer. We were a little generous. We were just hyped up. We were amped up.
Yeah. We'll be putting out some graphics on our social media. Probably right around episode 20 or so. So this is 18. Right around episode 20 is when we're gonna do a little
recap.
A little recap, yeah. And we'll show you what have been some of our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not, this is a good reminder to start following us on the social media platforms.
Hit the Instagram. Hit the Twitter.
Yeah, but we'll do a little recap of where we're at. But we definitely noticed that we were much more generous at the beginning.
Like I said, we were just hyped up.
Yeah.
We were just excited.
Excited to be here.
We didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and then we realized, we gotta give the people what they want.
Yeah, so look out for some more extreme numbers, I guess.
Yeah, chalk it. 7-8. That's my score. 7-8. This is one of my favorite ones. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it's actually just limited time. I know it's like their tie-dye.
It's probably a summer thing.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
Kind of summer thing.
4th of July.
Blazing blue, yeah.
Like,
Oh, shit.
nice.
Nice.
Good job. I'm giving it a 5.9. I think it's decent, but I don't think that it would be the first one that I would grab out of a cooler. It's got okay flavor, and I don't mind the blue raspberry, but I know that I could do better with something else.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm giving it a 5.9.
Would you have more than one?
Slightly above average.
Would you have more than one?
I'd prefer to have something else.
Something else.
Yep.
See, I would have. If
So
it
that's
came
why.
in a pack of 12, I would have all 4. I think they're pretty good.
All right. Well, that fits with your
Cherry.
scale then.
Yeah. I'm like, they have icicles in this one.
Yeah. So I would say slightly above average. Not that bad, but I think you could do better with something else. Dave obviously likes it, so pick and choose. All right, let's go to the Gose here. So the flavor is blood orange. It's an orange ale, 4.2%. So have you ever had, to your knowledge, have you ever had a Gose?
No, never even heard of it.
All right,
So this is a first for me.
so there you go.
Have you ever had a Gose?
I believe I have.
Is it a Gose or just a Gose?
I think it's a Gose.
Gose.
Yeah.
Gose. Got it.
I believe I have. I can't tell you where I have, but I believe I have.
Ooh. Ooh. Doesn't really taste beery. Huh.
It almost tastes like a little bit of a sour. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
It my first drink, it didn't necessarily give me that, but the second drink, it kind of was like, whoa, that's a little bit on the sour scale.
Yeah, it definitely has that sourish vibe because like it doesn't taste like a normal brewery beer. So it's not like
I'm definitely getting sour now that I'm in it. Second and third drinks, that's definitely a sour.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
What do you think of the flavor?
I do actually think the flavor is pretty good. I think the flavor is solid, and like I said, what is it? It's a Gose, but it said something else.
It's a orange ale.
Orange ale.
Blood orange Gose, and it's an orange ale.
Orange ale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I think it is pretty good. I actually would probably get multiple of these at a brewery because they're not too heavy. It's on the lighter side for sure, but like you said, it's actually is more of a sour than it is a regular ale beer. Tastes like, to me.
It's got to be towards that on the
What
spec
percent
sheet.
alcohol?
4.2.
So low.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
light.
Yeah.
So if you're not trying to get too turned up, then you can drink more than one of these and be okay.
Yeah. Well, they're light, they're smooth, they're pretty good. So yeah. You want me to go first? Or do you want to write yours down and go? Dun 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 dun.
Yep, ready.
You want to go first or you want me to go?
You can go.
I think it's a 6.5. I think this has actually been one of my... We had another sour before, and it was actually pretty decent. I think sours are kind of...
We had the Raspberry Crush.
The Raspberry Crush, that's what it was. Yeah, I think the sours are kind of pretty good. I mean, they're smooth, they're easy to drink. They're not, like you... Sometimes when you drink a beer, granted those are most of the time the darker ones, it feels like it's like you're lugging it down your stomach and it's like, holy moly, I'm doing that. But this is easy to drink. I mean, this is pretty good. There's not a lot of aftertaste burn. It's pretty good. 6.5 for me.
I just had to pause because I was burping in my
Burping in your cup to drink it back.
yeah. I'm giving it a 6.0.
Wow, flat. 6.0 flat.
Yeah, so I think it's a very interesting combination of a sour, but also like more on the orange scale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like there are other like I did like the raspberry flavored sour probably a little bit more than this orange flavored sour-ish type beer. And so I don't think that I would probably get a second one. I think it's okay. I would drink the first one fine, but I don't think I would get a second one.
Yeah. I think I would be on the edge of getting a second one. It's always hard with brewery beers because I feel like at breweries it's also like, hey, I'm gonna probably have 2 or 3 beers.
And there's so many options. So it's like,
do you want to try a different option?
Yeah.
But I think this is a solid choice. I mean, I don't think you can run. I will say this: if you don't really like the beery beers at breweries, this is a great option. I think it's a great option. I think it's, like you said, it is more of a sour than it is even a beer. So I would recommend it for sure.
Yeah.
So.
All right. There we go.
That's my hot take.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna roll right into some sports updates here. So we'll just let you know now. So we're gonna start with the All-Star game. So MLB All-Star game is next week on
early next week.
Yeah, it's weird. It's Monday,
Tuesday. So the future. It's weird because the futures game is Saturday.
Okay.
Nothing Sunday, and then All-Star game starts, like the home run derby and stuff is Monday, and then the game is Tuesday.
Okay.
So then MLB will play again on Thursday.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
that's super interesting.
Yeah, it's a very, very weird schedule. I think they might have, and we would have to look deeper into this, but I think on Sunday maybe they have like a celebrity All-Star game, like at home.
Like
that
a
celebrity softball game.
Yeah.
I always thought that was after the All-Star Futures game. So maybe there's something special going on Sunday night. Maybe they have a concert. Remember that one time that the NHL playoffs got messed up because of concert? They had to play back, but maybe that's the reason on Sunday.
It's possible.
Yeah, but.
Or that's like their 3-day stretch of the weekend type of thing, but it's during the week.
Right. It's interesting though.
Yeah. Is there anything that we want to talk about that? We're going to give an update on overall MLB because next week is like the halfway point. So we're going to do like a halfway point MLB update next week.
No, but I think it's cool to see like the All-Star game. Like you look at just the Twins guys, like Arise is going. Granted, both the guys. It's Arise and Buxton who very much so deserve it. I mean, Arise is probably one of the best hitters in the league.
Wasn't he leading the league in batting average for a while?
I think he still is.
Oh, yes.
I think he still is. And then even Buxton being hurt a little bit. I mean, Buxton's a top-tier talent. So, I mean...
Correa didn't make it?
No, Correa was hurt for too long.
Gotcha.
But so just those two guys. But I think when you look at it, it's just kind of interesting because you have a guy like Shohei Ohtani is going as a pitcher and a hitter. I mean, that's just crazy to think. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see because there's obviously a lot of Dodgers players. There's Yankees guys. I mean,
it's all the big
top tier teams. I mean,
yeah, it's all the big teams.
I mean, it just blows my mind too because it's like you look at some of these guys and like they're great players, but like Jose Altuve, is he just going to make it every year as a second baseman? Probably. It's just crazy to think, but I don't know. It's a good experience. I think it's crazy because it's one of the All-Star games where you can't really let up. Like in basketball, you watch the All-Star game, it's like, okay, they score 180 points. MLB, it's like, no, you can't because you have a guy who's pitching who's dominant versus one of the best hitters. And I think, if I remember, they play for home field in the playoffs. So
in the World Series.
Yep, the World Series. Yep. So there is something at stake. Obviously, these guys want to play. Obviously, it's fun. They probably have a lot of the guys mic'd up just because it's a great experience. But
yeah, well, for like the NBA All-Star game and stuff, like they're playing for charity money and stuff like that. Whereas this, it actually directly translates to home field advantage.
Directly correlates to them. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody that's playing, I mean, if you look at most of the guys that are in, like the Yankees, the Dodgers,
it's a lot of Blue Jays guys,
like the Astros.
Yep.
So all of these guys are on teams that are pretty good, and so they all have a reason to play well.
100%.
Because their team actually has a chance to get to the World Series and home field advantage makes a difference.
Oh, 100%. I think home field advantage is way bigger. Obviously, it's huge in all sports, but like especially in a 7-game series. But it's just one of those things. You look at a lot of these guys, and like these guys are all top tier guys. I mean, they just are.
Mm-hmm.
So you just hope. And I know there's like a kind of a way where it's like I just said, like you can't really let up, so you have to play hard. But there's also a fine line where it's like, hey, I'm not trying to get hurt. Like I still have 82 more games. Like so, we'll see what happens. But
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you look at both these rosters and.
Yeah, that's
A
what
lot
you
of
expect,
talent
though.
on display, which is great. It's great for the fans. It's
Yep.
great. It really is. So
So we'll give you a more in-depth analysis of the first half of the season next week.
yep, next week. Yep.
But
This week we got a big golf match.
yeah, this weekend, starting today, is the British Open.
Yeah.
And so what do you think's going to happen there?
I don't know. I think it's one of those things. Watching Tiger Woods actually looks pretty good. I don't know how many rounds he can play. He's been playing decent, like during these practice rounds. But I think what's crazy is with the field conditions, it kind of favors the longer hitters
So
because it's dry. Rory, John Rahm will be up there, stuff like that. But I don't know. It's always like one of those things. Like I don't know how the conditions will be. We'll wait and see this weekend. But I mean, Xander Schauffele's up there for one of the best.
He just won a tournament last weekend.
Yeah, he just won the other tournament last weekend. So it's just he's kind of rolling, but I don't know. I think it does favor the big hitters just because it is drier. I mean, you look at the course and it's just like you can kind of
So it's just going to roll.
it's going to bounce. I mean, these bunkers though, if you're in a bunker,
Not good.
I mean, you almost have to go backwards to go forwards. There's people that go backwards out of the bunkers because it's so high and they have bricks at the bottom that you go backwards to go forwards. I mean,
Oh, wow.
it's not like the last tournament though, Matthew Fitzpatrick won, where it's just like there's a bunch of fescue and stuff. It's not like that, but it's like if you hit in the bunker,
Okay. Interesting.
should be fun though. I mean, it should be pretty interesting. I think.
So it's at St. Andrews.
Yep, that is what I believe.
So who do you think is going to win?
Like I said, I think it favors the big hitters. So I do think I know Rory's one of the
Rory's
favorites.
the favorite, 9-1.
So Rory's the favorite.
Then you got Schauffele's 14-1, as is John Rahm, who's also 14-1.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler and Spieth are 16-1, and then Matthew Fitzpatrick and Justin Thomas are 18-1.
18-1, and Tiger's what, 60?
Yeah. Tiger's 60-1.
I just think here's the problem.
He can't get through all.
Yeah,
the
I don't
rounds.
think he can get through all four. So I think he'll play well, but I don't think he can get through all four. But I think when you look at it, I do obviously think, granted, this is almost the same with all tournaments. Rory will be in the top 10, I think. He just hits it so far, and he's just a solid player.
Yeah.
My pick, though, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Colin Morikawa takes home the title. That's my pick. 25
Is he a big hitter?
He can hit it. He can hit it, and he's a great iron player. He can hit it. I mean, you look at, it'll be interesting to see.
Is Scotty Scheffler a big hitter?
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler's a beast. I just don't think he can keep doing what he's doing. It's like, dude, he's the number one golfer. So,
Yeah, that's who I think.
Scotty?
I was between him and John Rahm, but I think Scotty Scheffler's going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's always one of those. I mean, those guys obviously have the benefit. It just, like I said, I don't know how the conditions are going to play, but I do think those guys have a good shot.
I mean, yeah, because they're in the top 5 of the best odds.
Oh, 100%. But I mean, I think here's the thing is, I'll say this too. The odds obviously are great, but it's like you look at the odds for all these tournaments, all the same guys are going to be at the top for the odds.
Yeah.
They always are. I mean, there's not really a huge difference. So it's like, and I just think it's one of those things like with golf. Like, sure, those guys are great. I think the difference, what makes those top guys better, or what makes them so great with the odds, also is they can put together 4 solid rounds. Like, you always see it after day one. It's like, oh, this random guy has shot -7.
Yeah.
And then he finishes at +12.
Yep.
And it's like, see, they just don't, it's weird. They just don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't, like, if they're at -7, like, if one of those guys is at -7, good luck. I mean, they have to really blow up. They just don't blow up.
Right. Or their blow up is like a plus
+2.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
You know, and then they just come back from first or second to like 10.
Just consistently great.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But
so,
it's good.
100%.
And
So
then
Scotty?
Yeah, I think Scotty.
Yeah, I think Scotty's
And
great.
and Dave thinks Morikawa. So we'll see. We'll come back to it next week when one of them wins.
Yeah.
But
Let's see.
and then the other thing that's coming up is next week NFL training camp starts for a lot of teams. Not all the teams, but so on the 18th, so that's Monday, it's the Bills and the Raiders are the first teams to have their rookies report to training camp.
I just don't understand that.
And then the other teams are kind of scattered in the next couple days / the next week. Like some of the teams, like the Panthers and the Cowboys and the Broncos, like they start on the 26th.
So it's 10 days after.
And the Bills and the Raiders start on the 18th.
Also 8 days after.
So 8 days after, yeah, are when the rookies report.
Because I just don't get. I don't get that. I don't get.
But it's super interesting because the Panthers, the Cowboys, the Broncos, their rookies report the same day as all the other players.
So they just give their older guys more time off.
No, they must give the younger guys more time off. Because the rookies start to report for the Bills and the Raiders on the 18th.
Okay.
And then a lot of the other teams are scattered on like the 19th, the 21st, the 22nd, 23rd. But some teams have their rookies report on the 26th, which is...
Oh, their rookies report the 26th.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, for the most part, almost all the teams have their veterans report on the 26th. There's only a handful.
So sometimes there's teams that have the rookies and the veterans report on the same day.
So the only teams that have their veterans report before the 26th are the Bills, the Raiders, the Rams, and that's it. So not that many. But then there's only a handful of teams that have their rookies report on the 26th as well. Those being the Panthers, the Cowboys, the Broncos, the Eagles, the Steelers, the 49ers, and the Seahawks, and the Commanders.
I guess my question is, so I would be interesting to know why. Or how do they determine, like, which teams? Does a team just, is that the first day, is the 19th the first day, and then teams get to pick?
The 18th.
Or the 18th, is then it's just teams get to pick?
I don't know. I've never understood that. But it
Makes no
doesn't make sense why some teams get to start earlier, or choose to start earlier, or
100%.
have to start earlier.
Makes no sense at all.
Like, I wonder if it's a choice by the team, or it's a choice by the NFL, or it's a choice by the coach.
It has to be the team and coach, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, because the NFL would never say, like, hey, you guys have to report. They probably open it up, and then teams sit here and say, okay, well, we want you to report this day. But like I said, it makes no sense why they don't just have one day where they say, hey, rookies, you're all coming on the 18th.
Right.
And then veterans, you can come
we
24, 24, 25.
We were talking about that earlier, and we agreed. The rookies should all come on one day.
Yeah.
And the veterans should all come on one day.
100%.
And so then it's an even playing field. However, there was a side note of if the team is playing in that Hall of Fame game, then they can have a couple extra days.
See, and I get that. That's fine.
And that's like the Jaguars and somebody.
It's usually two not great teams. So it's like the Titans usually.
Yeah, it's the Jaguars and who?
Who's playing? Well, the Las Vegas Raiders are stepping on the field against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It is the Raiders. Okay, so
is that just an extra
the Raiders and the
game?
Jaguars. I can't remember if it's an extra one or it takes the place of week 1.
No, it can't count. No. Because they would never have that before preseason. It has to just be a regular.
Well, there's only 3 preseason now.
So that's what I'm saying. It has to take precedent for a preseason. It can't count for their
actual. So they get 4?
Well, because it's on August 4th. So you think about it, those guys report on July 26th.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, that's a week. And these guys are not reporting. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I think it has to be just another preseason game.
Okay.
But let us know if you know more about it. I mean, I also wonder how they know which team plays in the Hall of Fame game. Like, It's obviously not a great matchup.
Yeah, because it's the Jaguars.
Right. It's like, hey, Jags, you guys are playing.
Nobody wanted to play in this game, so you guys have to.
Yeah, right. But we'll see. It's good. Football's right around the corner, though. That's exciting.
Yeah, so we're gonna start to ramp it up a little bit. We got fancy talk coming. We got other NFL notes. I mean, did you see the news this week?
With who?
But Zach Wilson.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Go Zach. I'm Team Zach.
He's doing all right.
I mean, I'm Team Zach for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, why not?
She's now dating his. We're not getting political, but
Yeah. We're not getting into the.
Friend. Like, dude, you're.
We're not getting into the weeds there, but
tell all whatever.
that's interesting.
I mean, this could be a breakout year for Zach.
he needs it. He needs it.
Well, yeah. Good luck.
All right. So with that being said, we're changing gears from the sports talk to the top 5.
Yeah. Also, the last thing about sport, we do have we have a lot in the pipeline. I mean, there's a lot coming up.
Yeah.
So stay
Which
tuned.
is a good thing because the summer's lighter, obviously.
Right.
So we got to grind through the summer. And
grind it out and go from there.
Yep. And then once it starts bumping in the fall, then we're good.
What'd you do with the quarter?
Oh, I put it on the corner over there. All right, so we're changing gears to the top 5. I didn't forget to mention, so last week's was the closest that it's been. Dave's team won by 2 votes.
Yeah.
So the overall record is 3 wins for Dave and 2 wins for
Shout out
Chris.
to my people. I support you guys for voting both on Narums and the Sip and Sports, but it still only counts as one. So, but I do support.
But keep doing it.
Every single one of you did it, so I support all you guys. I love all you guys.
You don't have to tell them.
Well, no. I'm just saying, don't stop.
Yeah,
keep the bandwagon going. I just support that they voted the same on both of them. It would have been kind of weird if they voted 1 and 1.
Then it would be wasn't really a clear winner.
Yeah, then it would be tough. So, but shout out to you guys. So, you want to tell them what we're doing this time?
Yeah, so we're doing, in honor of probably myself staying at a hotel this weekend, we're doing continental breakfast, food and drink.
You could do food and drink.
Yeah. So anything that you can get at a continental breakfast at a hotel is fair game.
Mm-hmm. St. Perkins.
Yeah, we're not doing Perkins. We're not doing Perkins. We're not doing the Tremendous 12.
Shout out that place.
Yeah, that was a free shout out for this.
Free shout out.
But anything that you can get at a continental breakfast is fair game for this draft.
Yeah.
So let's do.
You want to call it?
Sure. Tails.
That looks like a tails. I think it's like one of those fancy quarters.
Yeah. All right.
New York.
I will do.
This is off the top. No notes. Nothing.
Yeah, which is how it should be.
100%.
I will go with. I'll go with the first pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. This is weird because I haven't stayed in a hotel in a long time, but I go twice now. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with wow, this is tough. I'm gonna actually go on the first side. I'm gonna go with a glass of orange juice.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna go with just traditional. I don't know if they're like mini, but they're like the muffins, like a lemon poppy seed muffin. Like they're smaller.
Oh,
they have like those little smaller
muffins?
handheld ones. Yeah,
the mini muffins.
Yeah. Lemon poppy seed shout out, very good.
Okay. All right. Next, I'm gonna go with the make your own, like the do-it-yourself waffle machine.
Yeah, I always mess that up, so not a big waffle guy. It's just very simple, but it's just never works for me.
Make your own waffle. And then I'm gonna go with the just like the coffee.
Just like a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Out of the little dispenser.
The gray dispensers. The big gray dispensers.
At the Holiday Inn, and they have blue little wrappings on it. It says coffee.
Marriott people. So then I'm gonna go with the sausage links, the circle links, sausage links, and then I'm also gonna go with just your standard cereal. Frosted Flakes, the little bowl.
Frosted
Yeah,
Flakes.
when they have the little cereal things, and then you just, I mean, I don't know if I could say milk, but like you obviously put milk in it, but take milk away.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, we're not.
It's usually where it's like the crank, and you put the bowl underneath, and you like crank it.
Well, they have the ones that are
and
just
it just crunches all the like half of the cereal that you get in the thing.
You just overload it with milk, and it's soggy, but it's fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So then next, I'm gonna go with personal story. I was at the hotel this weekend in Sioux
Stay at a
Falls,
lot more hotels than
and I was pissed because the 2 days. So usually they have a rotation of like sausage links, sausage patties, and then bacon.
Oh.
Or some of them they go back and forth between the sausage links and the bacon, or the sausage. They'll have
Two of the three.
They'll have one of the sausage patties or sausage links, and then they'll have bacon. And I was at the Holiday Inn, and the first day on Saturday they had sausage patties, and the next day they had ham.
Dude, stop staying at Holiday.
I was like, what are we doing here? So I'm gonna bring it back and put bacon on my list.
Okay. Here's the thing,
because I was pissed.
I think bacon is fantastic, but sometimes at hotels the bacon it's just not crispy enough.
Well, sometimes, but it's still bacon, which is a pretty
decent,
top-notch food.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
like bacon.
And then the last one that I'm going to pick is I'm gonna go with I'll go with the we'll just go with scrambled eggs.
Ooh. So you're just going parched. No drinks.
I have coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with my last pick, steal of the draft. I'm going with bagel, and you're putting the jam on the bagel. Jam on the bagel. Mixed berry jam, bagel. Obviously, you're gonna toast the bagel a little bit because we're not Neanderthals and we toast our bagels. So, toasted bagel, jam.
With mixed
berry preferred. Yep. There you go.
I think the jam wrecks it. If you would have said cream cheese, then it would have been.
I'm not a big cream cheese guy.
Better.
I would say peanut butter jam, but I'll say jam because jam's just so universal. You can get toast, you can get bagels, you can get,
I guess.
100%.
All right. I feel pretty good about this one, but your roster is orange juice, mini muffins. Did you want to specify which kind of mini muffins, or you just want mini muffins?
Well, I said lemon poppy seed, but like usually if I get mini muffins, they're small, so I usually get two. So it's like blueberry and that.
All right, we'll just say mini muffins.
Yeah.
So we got orange juice, mini muffins, sausage links, frosted flakes, and bagel with mixed berry jam is Dave's roster.
Bang.
My roster is cinnamon rolls, make your own waffle, coffee, bacon, and scrambled eggs. Pretty solid roster, if I might say so myself.
They're not really scrambled eggs; they're just thrown in there, and they're just chunks. But we'll say scrambled eggs.
I think they're scrambled.
They're like college eggs.
All right, well,
The good old days.
There we go. So
hopefully, yeah, the last one was close. This could be close too. I mean, we're starting to improve ourselves.
Yeah, there was one of the drafts that we didn't make a lot of people happy, but I think we're doing a little bit better lately.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
Drop some suggestions for what you want to see for top 5. I mean,
yeah, we've gotten a couple.
Yeah.
But it's always helpful to get a couple more. So
100%.
You should definitely suggest something.
Just
either slide in the DMs or comment on one of our posts or a story or whatever.
All your comments are read, FYI. They all are. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything.
Yep.
So shout out to you guys for commenting.
Yep. Otherwise, follow. Thursday the polls go out, so be ready for that. Otherwise, have a good weekend.
Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Weeks end of the weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
All right, peace.